What up?
There he is.
Yeah, we gotta work on that. I don't like that. It's too quiet. We gotta figure out a way of doing the countdown with some music to it.
That's
Um,
a good idea.
you doing
Maybe I should
okay?
just play my Pandora real quick. Would that have worked?
uh,
No, because my,
I
my
I
mic is
have
muted, right?
say again.
My mic is muted, right?
It ain't
During
now
during the whole countdown.
during the countdown. Yeah, you can't
Yeah.
hear it. So yeah, they muted it. So hey, everybody, my name is Jonathan Lunsford,
And I'm Jay Becker.
and we are the O4 Level F podcast. So today we're going to do. It's been a little bit. I was looking at it since January 27th, so it ain't been that long. This is I titled this one our mid-February check-in. So we're just seeing how everybody's doing. Um, we got some stuff we got to deal with, not some business stuff, but we'll get to it in a minute. How you been? You got any snow today?
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit. So I looked it up. So I got on my phone. I have my town, my mom and dad's towns, and then I got your town in there now. So I can like see what the temperature is.
Mhm.
And it said that you guys were only going to get like 2 or 3 inches of snow.
When today?
And that's what it said.
What are you looking at?
Liverpool. It says
What app? Or is it
just a Apple weather.
well, Apple's stupid. Has no idea what it's talking about.
It says 4 to 5 today, 2 to 4 tomorrow.
We have gotten, I'd say, probably 14 inches the past 2 days.
That picture you sent me of y'all's trampoline or whatever, that was,
Yeah.
or I guess it's trampoline. That was pretty cool.
It's crazy, man.
My kids would love that, but they don't realize that they would only love it for like 2 or 3 days, and then they'd be sick of it.
Yeah, that's the whole thing. I mean, weather starts to get a little meh in upstate New York probably in November, and it doesn't get hey, really, really nice until maybe
Like March,
April.
April.
So you're talking about November, December, January, February, March, April. That's 6 months of being inside. There's a reason why New Yorkers are mean, nasty, and cruel.
Right? We are.
We need God and we need sun.
Yeah, well, I can see why people like in Alaska and all that they go a little nuts.
It's crazy, man.
But so anybody, if you're, I don't know who's watching. Somebody's watching, probably me, because I got it monitoring over here. So you can't see it now. I have 3 monitors. I got the one I'm looking at. I got this one over here monitoring the chat now. And once we get you with 2 monitors, we can rig you up with the so you can watch the chat too. So or without, and that way you can make a full screen.
I don't know.
See.
I don't know how you do it because I don't know. I can't even. Just thinking about having 2 gives me a little bit of anxiety.
I got 3 now. I got one over here now. I got
I
1,
don't
2,
know how
3.
you do it.
Yeah, I'm just looking at you, looking at your face and all that gray hair. Where'd that come from? Is it snow? Do you got snow in your beard?
It's my kids. They say the kids keep you young. That's a bunch of horse crap.
So, I got the 2 kids in college, and they're doing pretty good, and it's just been like we're in the middle of transitioning from softball to track, and so we just did junior high softball for a little bit, and then now we're doing junior high track, and then immediately soon we're starting baseball and softball. Probably beginning of March we're going to start softball and baseball. So
Nice. Yeah. Track and field or just track?
She just does track. She just runs 800.
God bless her.
That's all she does.
I usually don't run unless someone's chasing me.
Yeah, I need to get back into it. When I was in the Navy, I didn't like to run. I didn't like to mess with all that. But then
I always cheated.
2007, I really took a liking to it, and I was running a lot. And I got all the way down to like 165 pounds. And hello, Roberta Becker.
Hello, Roberta. That's my
I know. I'll do that later. I got to send her a sticker. I know she's got your stickers, but I got to send her one. Anyhow, so I started running, and I got all the way down like 165, 170 pounds, which is really, I need to get down. I need to lose some weight. And then when we moved to Louisiana.
You just lost some, though.
Yeah, I need to lose more. I'm down to
like 30 pounds, bro, right?
Yeah, 225. I got to keep going. I got to get down. I want to get down to 200. I want to get down below 200. I haven't been below 200 in over 10 years. So I'm doing it slow so that my skin don't get too like jiggly.
I haven't been below 200 since, military.
Yeah. Well, so I'm trying to get back down to it. So I gotta be careful. So it's easy to get. I do this ever so often. I'll lose and I'll get down, and then crawfish season comes around, or start eating too much gumbo or jambalaya, and all of a sudden it's like crazy. So, but anyway, so I can imagine being stuck in the house with nothing but a stove. Yeah, you'd probably be starving to death, or
It's
probably.
funny. My wife and I were talking about it the other
Hey,
day.
comment. Let us know who's watching. Let us know.
My wife and I were just talking about it the other day. The only thing really to do in upstate New York during this fall, winter, and springtime, because all those, it's just eat.
Yeah, eat and make tricycle motors.
Yep.
I was talking about doing something, and the guy said, "Hey, no tricycle motors," and I was like, "No tricycle motors," and I was like, "Oh, I see what you're saying."
That means having babies.
Yeah. Well, we can't no more. So we're the plumbing doesn't work. So anyway,
my friend.
So the other day I was talking. We were getting ready to try to put an episode together for a Super Bowl, and we was going to have a conversation with the guy, and then just things happened, and it just didn't work out. And but when in talking to him, I found out that he does not watch the lives. He is just strictly because we started with the audio, and then we jumped to lives, and once we started doing lives, we basically have stopped doing the audio. So hey, the day after tomorrow is my youngest child's birthday. So that was coming. I know. I was trying to plan something, but I couldn't get my computer to work. What's up, Steve Levins? Anyway, so so we were discussing shifting from that makes sense. You're the baby. I just caught that. Anyway, we were discussing how do we go forward? Do we do the audio more? Do we need to do more audio? Do we need to do just a video?
Yeah.
And so I do have this one older gentleman in his upper 80s in town. He's not going to do video, so if I want to do an interview with him, it's going to have to be audio. And I'm not just go. I need to go knock that out before something happens to him. And
oh God, saints forbid. Listen, let's not talk like that, okay?
Oh, he's 90, almost 90. Like you never know.
But he's a naval diver, though.
Navy diver from way back in the day. So yeah. Anyway, so I wanted, I guess we'll try to do more videos than audio, but we're going to scrub this or not scrub it. We're going to like split this. I'm going to take this audio and make it audio podcast episode for the 04 Level Aft. And then on that one, I hope that everybody who's listening understands that we are on Facebook, on YouTube, on other platforms, Rumble and whatnot. And trying to get more. We're trying to get a lot of people on TikTok. We can do TikTok too, so that'd be kind of cool. But I've been lazy about that.
Live there.
I've been lazy because it's a lot of work. So
you got 20 kids, man. You're not lazy. You're dad.
5. Oh yeah, 3 at the house. So, but
yeah, same.
And then we got birds. Oh Lord, Izzy's been begging for birds, parakeets. I just want one, and now there's 2 at the house. So we slid into a great deal. We got 2 birds, a huge cage, and a bunch of food for $75.
What kind of parakeets?
Is that yeah. I can't remember what type they are. It starts with a B. I know that. So,
my father had a parakeet growing up. He left the cage door open.
Little bitty bird, about 6 inches tall. Yeah.
He left the cage door open. The thing would fly all around the house and everything like that. Well, one time, me and my buddy Brian were sitting downstairs, playing Sega Genesis. You remember the Genesis?
Mm-hmm.
We're playing Sega Genesis, a hockey game, NHL, eating Doritos and drinking Pepsi. It was probably 2 a.m. That's what we did on the weekends, right?
Mm.
And all of a sudden, we see something fly downstairs from upstairs. I'm like, it's just Billy. That's what my father named the parakeets, Billy. Actually, Billy used to sit on my father's shoulder. My father's just, and the bird would talk back to him. They'd have a conversation, whatever. Anyway, Brian scores a goal on me, so I'm sitting on the floor. I lay down, and on the ceiling fan, note, something flew from upstairs downstairs. I thought it was Billy. Anyway, Brian scores. I lay back on the floor saying, "Oh my God, I can't believe I missed that." And I see on the ceiling fan, crawling on the ceiling fan, is a bat. It was a bat, dude. Brian and I screamed like little girls and ran out the front door. It was crazy.
Had to run out of the basement. Yeah.
Yep.
What's up, Chris? Underwood's on. Anyway, so we're going to give these away. We're going to give, I don't know, what, 10? I give 10 of them away today. So the first 10 people.
Did you really?
I mean, I ordered 50, but we can give 10 of them away. So I need.
We got a couple different styles too.
Yeah. This one's looking more like the logo.
I like Jonathan's better.
So this is really cool. I don't know if you can focus in on it. I don't know if it'll focus. Focus. You see right there on the corner. If you look on the thing, you'll see that little it's just a little scribble now. That's my daughter's initials. I'll make her sign her artwork. That's her artwork. So this is a representative of the bullseyes on the ship. That's what the purpose of that is. So anyway, so the first 10 people to
explain what a bullseye is for the people that don't know.
Bullseye. Oh, I thought you were saying first 10 people to explain a bullseye. So okay, so on the ship there was a marker in every room that told you what the number to the space was. So whether it, like 04, 05, 2, 3, whatever, and then its frame and all that stuff. That way you could, in the event of a fire, you should be able to look at it and say, or something's emergency, you can look at it and say, hey, send someone to this location, and you can just say the numbers out and it would work and people could find out what's going on. So pretty cool. Like it was, so I was asking for ideas and I was like, well, I'll just make a bullseye temporarily. Just do it temporarily, and it's turned into permanent.
Do you know a word I haven't used in a long time, and I heard it today by an ex-sailor, is fan room.
Fan room. Ooh, counseling. Yes.
Yeah. That's exactly what I said afterwards. He's like, yeah, me and a buddy, we had to go to the fan room. I was like, oh, you guys had a little meet and greet.
Yeah. Christina said on her ship, those were different types of meet and greets. So, yeah, I would imagine. Look at that hair. It's everywhere. Did you have a good weekend, though, this past weekend? Just shoveling snow or what?
Yeah, I can't complain, man. It was a long weekend.
It was.
I actually had Washington birthdays off, so it was fun.
We had
you were busy though.
Yes. Yeah, we got hit Saturday morning and we were having 30-mile-an-hour winds sustained. And then that was bad enough because that knocks little branches off and that messed power lines up. But
yeah. And
then midday it just shifted from the south to the north and we were getting 30-mile-an-hour winds. So there's a change of direction. When there's a change of direction, magazine counseling, yeah, for your gunner's mates, it makes sense. When it changes directions, then things break. Then it becomes even more of an issue. So I worked from 9:00 Saturday morning until I think it was about 6 when I got home Sunday morning. And then I went to...
Is that all time and a half?
Yes. Yeah,
nice.
Saturday, weekends. And then when I got up, I had to do 8 hours off. I couldn't move or I couldn't work for 8 hours. And so when that 8 hours is up, we went back at it and did another 6 hours. So got a good bit of time.
Good.
So I need to go exempt on this check so I can get not have to pay taxes on it. But you get it. You gotta do it when they're little, a lot of money, but little. You can't do it during hurricanes. You can't do it when you're getting 112 hours a week.
112 hours a week? Well, that's not half. Okay, yeah.
No. If you get hit with a hurricane, you're working 7/16s until it's done. So,
whoa,
yeah. So it's 112 hours a week. You're not getting that much overtime.
So you're lineman. So you climb. You climb a lot.
Yeah. I was going to today. That was the plan, and the man's like, "We'll just back over here. Who cares?" I was like,
so you also use a bucket though, right?
Yeah.
That you go up to. Do you climb or do you bucket?
Mostly bucket. Most stuff's built close enough to where you don't have to climb it, but they're kind of getting onto us now about leaving ruts in the yards. Now it's wet. It's a wetter time of year, so things tend to mar up and leave giant ruts in the yards. And And so there's ways of looking at a yard and telling if it's got water in it or not. And if it's got a crawfish mound, yeah, if it's got a crawfish mound sticking out of it, then it's too wet to drive on.
A crawfish mound.
Yeah, let me pull one up here so you can see.
So you would go on someone's like lawn.
You know, like back in their yard, yeah. And if the yard's hardened, like in July and August, it's like concrete. You can drive anywhere. You can go wherever you want to.
But like anywhere, they'd be a crawfish mound in someone's yard.
Dude, we're in Louisiana, man. They're everywhere. I got them in my yard. Crawfish.
Really?
mounds. Yeah. I mean, all it is just like where the crawfish dig in the ground. Let me pull this up. Crawfish dig in the ground, and they it's just a habitat for them. I don't want that. Oh, I'll do that way. I don't know whose Facebook page I'm looking at. Southeast Louisiana Refuge. So, but it's you tend to I mean, see, like in this picture you can see there's water. Well, of course it went away. You see there's water like behind it.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's them. They live in the ground, and when it gets too wet, they build a mound, and that way it's watertight, so they don't get wet.
That looks like a chimney.
Yeah, it's basically you look down in the hole, and there's a crawfish sitting in there in the bottom.
Good night, Irene.
It's pretty cool. They
Just reach down, grab, and eat them.
I have no idea what that is. No, them things nasty when they're not
Boiled.
when they're not cooked. But anyway, so if those are in the yard, you stay away from it because you're gonna get stuck. And them trucks are 20,000 pounds, so they get heavy. They sink. And then they don't give us mud tires, so it's slick and just.
How can they not give you mud tires?
Exactly.
In the
Explain
wet
that to me. Because a lot of highway time, you do a lot of travel on the roads and the Louisiana highways. I don't know how they are in New York. Louisiana highways are horrible, and so they'll eat your tires to pieces. So.
Oh,
we got some assistance.
Oh, we got a little visitor, people. Hey,
Hey.
It's Cody James Becker. I got a new little camera.
Yeah.
Hey, you can.
How you doing, bud?
Good.
Good. Yeah. I like that hat. Looks good. I need to get me one.
So you got one.
I couldn't find mine, so my mom just went to my dad's bedroom and just got his.
Okay. You need to wear a Georgia hat every chance you get. Wear one.
Why don't you have it on?
Because I wanted to wear.
It's right there.
One. Yep,
it's right there.
Yep.
Yeah, he's a hat wearer backwards guy.
Everybody that's listening, what'd you do today?
What'd you do? What'd you do? Come on, talk about it. Don't skip.
Karate.
In the snow?
Hi, my baby.
That's Bob.
Is that oh, hi, Ma. Wait, that's Bob.
Did you do karate against the snowman or what? Like
no, actually, not actually.
You went to
Can I
the
zoom
dojo.
in? I want to zoom in.
You can't zoom in.
Wait, can I try?
No.
what color belt you got? You just starting or what?
Okay, guess.
Black.
No, that's the highest belt. No.
Okay, orange.
No.
Okay, I have no idea. Green.
Yes.
What does that mean? What level is green? I know it's white. Starts with white.
What?
Intermediate.
Intermediate.
Intermediate level.
Intermediate level.
There you go.
Tell them you're learning all the hard katas now.
Mm.
All right, buddy. Say
No,
goodbye to everybody.
I don't want to.
I know. Say goodbye. Say goodnight.
Bye.
Bye. Good night, bud.
Someone literally said that, hey, the day after tomorrow.
See ya.
Yeah.
I love that boy.
Yeah. Uphill both ways in the snow. Where's Underwood from? I don't remember.
I thought he was from
I don't remember.
why do I want to say Indiana? Probably,
Then he would know.
probably way off.
Samsonite. I was way off. It don't say it like in the year cruise book, but Some of them, I was looking at Christina's and it said the town underneath where they.
Our first cruise book did.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Right
Was
by
he
our
in,
name, yeah.
would he have been in that one? I don't remember.
Neither do I. Hey, Chris, where are you from?
Yeah, if he's still on.
He's on.
Still on. But we're gonna do.
Brian Delheimer called me the other day. I wasn't able to answer because I was working.
Oh no,
He never texted me back.
he'll be on here in a minute. He's always a delay.
Odd hours. Okay.
I was telling somebody about the podcast and he said that sounds like a cool idea, and I'm like, yeah. I said I kind of feel weird though because we just sit around and just like talk to each other. It was like, but anyway, we got to get some guests on. The plan is, guys that are watching, the plan is to get some different people on and quit being just so like weird about just sitting here talking to each other, looking through our cruise books. That's the plan, but we ain't got there yet. Oh, okay. I watched on Netflix. They have a documentary series. It's 3 episodes on the Black Hawk Down.
I haven't seen it.
But I mean, what's crazy is they have Somalians in there talking, and they're talking like, "We didn't want you guys here, yada yada," and so that's pretty interesting because it mentioned the snipers, it mentioned the pilot, and it going down. It's like showed video of it going down and stuff, and but there was so much more going on that you don't see in the movie.
Yeah.
That they explained it in such great detail, and I recommend you watch it. And you might come away kind of mad because of the way that those Somalians talk, but I mean, as far as they don't know the full dynamic of what's going on, so they think we're just invading, and who knows, this might have been what we were doing. So unfortunately, that's the way that goes sometimes.
I don't want to really get too political right now, but dude, isn't that bad? Isn't that bad? Who knows?
No, it don't say where they're from in town.
Yeah,
in the first cruise book.
Ohio. He already told us.
Oh, well, I'm sitting here looking.
I just wanted to see how long you're gonna look. But no, that's sad, man. Not knowing exactly what's going on in your own
Right?
government.
Yeah.
It's just, come on, who do we trust?
Yeah. I don't. There ain't much can trust anymore.
And it's sad to say,
and it don't matter what side of the aisle you're on. It's hard to trust anything.
And it's bad to say it coming from 2 service members. We served our country. We believe in what the United States stands for. And it's just hard seeing all these people say, "Okay, I'm going to do this," and instead they're doing this. Right. We're finding out this is happening and that's happening. It's just, it sucks. But.
So now the reports are coming out. We're gonna find out what's really going on and who really killed who and what's all that. Okay, well, we'll see. If I'll believe it when I see it, and then I'll still be skeptical when I read it.
Yeah,
but
and even when they do come out with everything, is it the truth?
Is it the truth? Yeah.
Or are they just 5 votes? It's just sad. It's sad. Sad to think.
So one of the guys told me that there's these two guys, and they were really big into conspiracy theories, and they studied like everything, the moon landing and all that. And they wound up dying at the same time, and so they go to heaven. And when they get to heaven, they're told that they were really good people, and they get to ask God one question. And so they looked at each other and they said, "Well, who really shot JFK?" And God said, "Well, actually, it was Lee Harvey Oswald, all by himself, nobody else." And they're like, "Okay." And as they got away, they looked at each other and said, "Man, this thing goes all the way to the top." But somebody the other day, I don't know who it was on TV that said that they mentioned the second shooter, and I'm like, holy crap, they actually said it. And it wasn't a conspiracy person. It was a member of Congress said it.
Really?
Yeah. And and they didn't say there's not a second shooter, but they said, and they said it in a way that leads you to think that there was, so we'll see what happens. And I think this is going to be an interesting time, but good and bad, depending on what side you're on.
Yeah. There's a lot of division. That's what I don't like to see, a lot of division, unfortunately.
Well, one of the things that
Republicans really can't, hold hands and say we can agree to disagree. It's either if you disagree with somebody, you're either a fascist or a racist or this or that or anything like
Right.
that. And it's actually it's unnerving because it's on TV all the time, and my kids see it, and all that stuff. It's crazy. But
Yeah. Well, the one of the things that I kind of wanted to bring up, and it would be really easy for this to be. I mean, I'm a political person. I pay attention. I watch.
Mhm.
But I would not watch and be a part of a podcast or watch it, like frequent one, if all they did was bash and jump on stuff.
Yeah.
And so I understand that there's people who disagree. I mean, me and you pretty much in lockstep with most everything. But I understand there's people who disagree with us, and that's fine. I'm all about it. But at the same time, I don't want to be the person that causes them not to listen. So that's why I'm kind of opposed to making this about that all the time.
Right.
But anyway, I mean, I get on Facebook. If I post something, I get hammered by people that we were on the ship with, and it kind of shocks me a little bit, and it doesn't anymore. I'm used to it, but I think that ultimately what matters is that take care of your family, do everything you can for them, and then it'll go to pot, it'll go better, it'll go to pot, it'll go better. So that's just the way. It's a cycle. So a vicious cycle that never stops.
It's just I look at people and say everything will be okay.
Yeah.
I mean, the world's
yeah.
not going to end. Everything will be fine.
Right. And if it does, we're all fine, all dead together. So it don't really matter.
Right. I know where I'm going. So
yeah. So
but yeah, we're not going to make this a political platform at all. But
it could be that way real easy.
Yeah, if something comes up, we talk about it. We talk about it. Just like
especially if it's important.
For a level laugh on the smoke deck.
Yeah.
It comes up, we'll talk about
it. And it's kind of like sports. We see the thing about sports. And when I first started doing podcasts and stuff, there was a guy who was looking for guests on a sports podcast, and I was like, yeah, let's do it. And then so he wrote me back and he goes, "What do you want to talk about?" I said, "Let's talk about NASCAR. Like, you never talk about it. You never bring it up. Like, there's an entire world out there that you haven't jumped into." And he said, "Well, give me a couple of days to do a little research and I'll make a bunch of questions and we'll do it." So I got on this podcast. It was kind of hard to do because the dude cussed worse than a sailor. But he's in New York. He's a black dude, and he don't know nothing about NASCAR and New York City. And I got to explain NASCAR in a really cool way to him and enjoy that. So, and then during the pandemic, they were the first ones to come back. So that was like the only thing you got to watch was that, for a little bit.
Well, a lot of people up north here don't understand NASCAR because it's not where it originated. It originated down south,
Yeah.
It's grown slowly but surely. A lot of country boys up here, upstate New York, a lot of people think of New York and think of the city.
We
got farms up here like there's no tomorrow. So what up, Jamie? What's happening? They know about NASCAR, but
yeah, I mean, most people think of it and
they just race, didn't they?
Yeah, the other day.
Who won?
William Byron.
Don't know him.
Mm. Yep.
Is he good? Obviously,
he won 2 in a row. It's pretty crazy. But so anyway, so the dude got shut down. His sports podcast got shut down because he was violating do not talk or about this without express written consent. They come after him. They shut him down. NBA, because he was really criticizing NBA really bad. Like he was.
The NBA should be criticized.
Well, but if you're talking about it and you're giving it a good light, they're going to just excuse the fact that you don't have permission to talk about them. If you're running them in the ground, they can shut you down, and you don't have permission. You really don't. It says at the end of every broadcast. It's one thing for you and I to stand on the smoke deck and talk about it.
Right.
It's another thing for us to make money, which we're not. It's one thing for us to make money on a podcast talking about them. and I get that. I understand that.
So sports shows like Colin Cowherd, that
Yeah,
kind of, he has such a license to talk about this kind of stuff.
Yeah, they ESPN, Fox Sports, all that stuff. They have permission to talk about it. So because it's a promotion thing, they're going to get out there and promote it.
I'm so happy Kansas City lost.
So I'm on the fence on that because it would have been cool to see 3 in a row, but I also like the idea that a bunch of Georgia players got a ring, so that's kind of neat. So like there was 6 players on the defense from Georgia and 2 on the offense, or 1 on special teams and 2 on offense. And of course there was some in Kansas City, but not near as many as Philly. So I don't like Philly. I can tell you something real quick. Phillies fans, especially the Eagles fans, like the Sixers had won, the Flyers had won, the Phillies had won. When the Eagles had never won a Super Bowl, they were just unbearable to deal with.
They're still horrible.
But they've won 1, so they're a little more gracious now. Now they've won 2. They're a little more gracious now. Can you imagine if they won 3 in a row, what you'd have to listen to?
They're mean. They're jerks. They're absolute jerks. But I'm so glad that they won. I don't know. I have a problem with Travis Kelce. I think he's very arrogant. But
I think you have to be at that level. But anyway, that's pretty interesting. You got to think about how few people actually make it to the NFL from, there's a lot of people that can play football in high school. I mean, you look at it this way.
Think about just getting to a collegiate level is unbelievable.
Yeah. So brotherly love my hind end. The city of brotherly love was in Greece, not in Philadelphia, not in Pennsylvania.
Is Travis Swift retiring?
No, I'm sure not after that. But anyway, so now I've already lost my train of thought. I'm sitting here talking about that's normal. That's what I used to do. So, but
okay, we'll just talk about something else.
Right.
That's what
we were wanting to get to the audio. If you guys would rather the lives like this, then let us know. We can do that. If you would rather the audio or a mixture, it probably have to be a mixture, at least a little bit. But just let us know. If you can message, email. Hey, there you go. The first 10 to email us at 04levelaft@gmail.com will get a free sticker because I need your address.
Gmail.com.
04levelaft@gmail.com. I'll get you a sticker. These are kind of cool. And I'm also working on did she change her name?
Who?
Roberta.
This is what happened. I know my mom. This is what happened. Okay.
She changed her name.
She was watching through YouTube first, and then now she switched to Facebook. That's why it's different.
How do you say that? Guilfoyle.
Guilfoyle.
Full.
It's an Italian name.
Full.
Yep. It's wonderful Italian name.
Like aluminum foil.
Everybody just give a little round of applause to Jamie Becker. She actually just received a new job. God has blessed her with a new job, and she is doing magnificently awesome.
Yes, that email.
Very proud of you, sister. Good job.
Yes.
Awesome.
Yes.
Round of applause. You still smell like butter. And
if I knew her better, I would have said something mean, but I don't.
She gives it right back, man.
Yeah. I don't know her well enough, though. Did I meet her? Did she come when your dad and mom came to San Diego? Did she come with them?
No, she didn't. Nope.
So, Mrs. Becker.
But no, she did.
You don't remember I met you. I thought one of your sisters came.
She did come to San Diego.
But I don't know that I remember. I remember meeting your dad on the smoke deck, which was funny.
Yes. My father was a lifetime smoker.
But kind of cool. But anyway. Yes, that's the email. 04levelaft@gmail.com. That's it.
Yes, sir. That's what it is.
Watch it, Jay. What did you say?
That Guilfoyle was a fine Italian name. It's not. It's Irish.
Oh, I was gonna say it didn't end in a vowel. I didn't know, but I don't. What do I know?
Actually,
Yeah.
the original spelling ends in a vowel, ends with an E. The original spelling is Guifoyle. That's Guilfoyle. But when my great grandmother, whoever came over from Ireland, they switched the spelling to FOIL. Or no, I'm wrong. They switched the name. They switched the spelling because my grandfather got arrested for bootlegging.
Oh no!
Prohibition, and I think he changed his name.
So they did that up there too, huh?
So
It's funny how like the order that you see here in the chat is nothing like what's on Facebook. It's
Really?
so twisted. Yeah.
I'm not on Facebook.
Most of the comments are on Facebook, but there's some. It's kind of neat. Anyway, I got to get you another monitor, but get you going. Everybody, just chime in, say hello, where you're from. Also, the first 10 people to email us at 04levelaft@gmail gets a free sticker. I'll mail them to you probably next week. And the reason I need you to email me is because I need your address, and I don't want you to post your address.
Or if you don't like the square yellow ones, I have some oval white ones without our names.
Yeah.
I'm not cool. But, hey,
You know, we might send both of them to you. I'm working on some shirts too. That'd be kind of cool. Get some shirts. Ba. Call me Ba. 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 Sorry. Ba is your name? Ba. Roberta. Ba. What is Ba?
Ba is short for Babshi. It's grandmother in Polish. She's half Polish, half Irish. So
Polish.
Yeah.
I was listening to what was his name? Norm Macdonald. He was talking about how people make fun of the Polish, and I don't like it. I don't like it. And then he went on a rant about Polish people. It was hilarious.
They're very smart individuals.
Yeah. And then you know what? So do you know why they catch crap for being stupid? Do you know what it is?
Why is that?
It's during when they were invaded in 39. They knew that they went with what they had, which was horses and guns and bayonets up against tanks. And they went with what they had. They got murdered, slaughtered. And so
it took days.
They looked at it like, you guys are idiots. Y'all went up against tanks with horses. And so that's where that originated from.
Well, the whole thing, man, is that Panzer tank that the Germans had, it was so fast that it only took them days to invade and conquer Poland.
So I've been
which is crazy.
So Poland ain't that big. Yeah. So the Blitzkrieg model, if you study of that, like the Blitzkrieg and how they did, I mean, literally that's where the word blitz come from for football. I'm surprised they allow them to use that. You know what I mean?
Oh, absolutely. Especially the whole PC thing that's going on now.
Yeah, we can't call it blitz anymore because it was a German tactic used in war. Remember Jeremiah Haller? He was talking about what was his name? What was the German general's name? It was Pincer? Pincer, I think it was. And he would attack from both sides at the same time, and then he would goose you. Bam! Like he would poke you in the ribs on both sides at the same time, like Pincer. The merch.
We got hats. I mean, I have some hats.
I'm working on shirts.
John's shirts. We got stickers.
Right.
So email us, and we'll let you know what's going on when it comes to the merch and see if we can get you.
I'm curious. Anyway,
curious about maybe I can.
How much she looks like you, because I want to pull her up here and see
Jamie
if she looks just like you or not.
Jamie and myself are only 13 months apart.
She don't look nothing like you.
Actually,
thank God.
We look very similar.
No, I'm looking at the two pictures beside each other. No. So y'all are almost Irish twins. You're Polish twins.
There you go. I'll take it.
13 months instead of. Anyway, so I was looking to see. Yes, okay, I'll get it. First 10 people get one for free. Mwaha. That's funny. I thought it was funny. I gotta get back to. I don't need that. Anyway,
so levelaft@gmail.com. Throw an email. with your email. You're going to get an email. We're going to find your email anyway because you're
Yep,
emailing
yep, yep.
us. And we'll send you a sticker. First 10 people, and we can let you know about that merch. The
Yeah,
merch.
first 10 people get a free sticker. Number 11 has to pay $50 for one.
Word up.
Yeah.
Listen,
We get some more.
I'm getting more.
14 months older. She said 14 months older, which means she's 48
Yeah, I'll be 47 in 2 days.
days after tomorrow. I was trying to do some little cool
Buenos
Hey.
noches, bichas. How are you, Michael Murphy?
BIA.
I still got to get that. Oh wait, Mike, look at what we got. You might not want my sticker because Jonathan upgraded. He had to go, better than what I got.
I did not. It was super simple. I just loaded it up. Did you see that? I threw it at the monitor unintentionally. Oh, it's upside down.
AJ's here. What's up, bro? AJ, actually, I work with AJ.
Fish.
Adrian Jude. Yes, he's a huge fish head, man.
So
AJ, I actually brought John to see fish in San Diego, California, bro.
he J-Beck has introduced me to fish, and I never heard of them before. I kind of sort of like the Grateful Dead. He goes, "You got to go to this concert with me," and I think there was another episode where we talked about that, and we couldn't go back to the ship because we smelled like pot, and I've never smoked marijuana in my life.
Talk about a
I'm
contact high.
46 years old. I can raise my hand, put it on, other than on the Bible. I've never done that, but I have inhaled a whole lot of it at the Fish concert. Fish and probably Ben Harper. That was a lot there too.
That was a good time, man.
Yeah, it was.
I actually saw Peter Gabriel live in San Diego.
Oh, really? I saw so many people at the Coors Amphitheater in San Diego.
Yep.
I went there a lot. I probably went to 50 concerts in the 10 years or in the 4 or 5 years that we were there. We saw a lot of people.
Did I show you that I Google mapped San Diego?
Yeah, and it's
Unrecognizable.
Yeah.
I don't know. Unrecognizable. There's so much stuff that's happened. Well, it's been 25 years.
Who's Rob Hackney?
Rob Hackney is my nephew. Robbie.
Robbie.
Robbie Bobby.
He wants a hat.
Robbie Bobby.
Hey, let me to give you home. Anyway. But we were just going to hop on here quick. And then quick goes by quick. He goes by real quick.
Patchouli patrons. Yes. Yes, we are.
What's that mean?
Patchouli. It's what a lot of people wear. It's a certain kind of fragrance that hippies used to wear. Patchouli.
I remember when I was in high school, we had this guy that was a little bit of a pothead, and we were walked up. Okay, so where I'm from, on Friday, Saturday night, we'd ride town. We had a strip in town. We'd ride over Burger King, go to the main street, go down to the tire shop, turn around tire shop, go back to the red light, go down to Burger King, ride down the tire shop. Like there's a big old L. It was an L, and we would ride the L, and we'd go around. Like we did it all night. Anyway, there's this boy named Chris, and he was a pothead, and wound up joining the Army and retired from the Army, if I'm not mistaken. And he was sitting there holding a stick of incense, and he was like, and it was hot, so the windows were down, and he was just sitting there holding it, and I was looking like, oh, look at that incense. And I touched the stick of it while he was looking.
Why would you do that?
I touched not below it, like
okay,
and I pushed it down, and it burned his leg. And he's like, "What'd you do that for?" And I'm like, "I don't know. I was wondering if it was hot." And he goes, "You could have touched it." And I'm like, "Well, it might have burned my finger, like let it burn your leg. I ain't letting it burn my finger."
So we're looking at doing this live, everybody. We're gonna do it more often now than not.
Yeah, hopefully,
we're still gonna be doing some audio.
Yeah.
Like some feedback. We've said this before. We like some feedback. What would you like us to do? Audio. I like the video. I think seeing the faces and having the conversation and being interactive. I mean, audio is good, yeah, especially when we have interviews, especially with the Navy diver we're looking forward to.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's going to be a long, drawn-out conversation. I'd rather have people listen to that audio-wise.
And so we have a guy that I'm working on getting to come on, and his story is hard PTSD stuff. So that one will probably not be live, but it'll be recorded and it'll just go out and it'll sail across the bottom, not live. The dude went through some stuff, and I'm really hoping that that we can get him on here. Teresa Smith. Hey, no, one person said hey to me yet. Everybody's like, look at this. Hey, Jay. Happy birthday, Jay. I want a hat too.
Oh, they did like your hat. They did say
Well, yeah, they didn't like it when I was wearing it. They liked it when Cody was wearing it. That's what that's what it was.
Hi, Teresa. I love you, hon. For those of you that just showed up, you did miss my son, Cody.
Yeah.
Sometimes
Whatever comes natural, yeah. Yes. So here, anybody who knows me knows I like to ask silly questions. I want everybody. Hey, yay! We got somebody like a silly question. If you were to become invisible, right? I want to know this. If you were to become invisible, and you needed glasses, would you be able to see the glasses floating around? Think about that. Right? Would you be able to see the contacts floating around? That's stuff that keeps me up at night.
I think so. I think you'd see the glasses because they're not a party.
But if you had them on when you became invisible,
I think it's a material thing.
Material.
How did the Invisible Man become invisible?
Well, it depends on which movie you watch. Some of them's injected with some serum. Here's the thing about it. If you think about being invisible, if you, for a minute, you think, okay, I'm invisible. Within 10 minutes, you've done something illegal.
How?
Do it. Think about it. Within 10 minutes, you'll think about doing something. So you're going to steal something. You're going to do something that you're not supposed to be doing. Within 10 minutes of you even thinking about being invisible, you're going to do something illegal in your head. So you could see the glasses or contacts if you were naked.
You would see I think you would see the glasses.
I think you would too.
Yeah, I think you see the glasses. So that means if you were invisible and you wanted to walk around invisible, you'd be, wearing your birthday.
Yeah. So can you get sunburned? Because UV rays don't care if you're invisible or not. Like,
I don't know.
If your clothes are invisible, your contacts. Yes, that's true. That's true. But there's never been a movie. There's never been a movie or anything that the clothes are also invisible. Maybe cartoons because you can't really talk about that.
No, the Invisible Man, to see him, he had to be wrapped in gauze.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
What was the movie with Kevin Bacon where he was invisible and he went nuts, started hurting people? What was it called? It wasn't Invisible Man.
There was the Visible Man from Hotel Transylvania.
I don't remember that
movie.
There's a county in North Carolina called Transylvania County.
The glasses float around in Hotel Transylvania.
What is Hotel Transylvania?
I think it's a kids movie. I think it's like a cartoon movie for kids.
But yeah, you would see the glasses floating around.
It's an Adam Sandler movie, I think, too.
Oh, that one. Yeah.
Yes.
Hey, listen, no inner chatting between the people on the because what's going to happen is you guys are going to be talking to each other and then y'all are going to gang up on us.
Robbie,
that's what's going to happen.
Robbie got it. Hollow Man. That's the one with Kevin Bacon.
Hollow Man. Great movie.
Good job,
Elizabeth Shue. She was always I don't know why. I always liked her.
Saying that she was a pretty girl, John.
She was one I had a crush on. I'll admit it.
Anybody that watched The Karate Kid had a crush on her.
See, I remember her from Back to the Future. 2 and 3.
The blonde and the blue. That's all
I don't remember.
Who's the blonde and the
blue? Oh, that was kind of funny how I Met Your Mother, that TV show. Did you ever watch it?
Yes.
How they brought Ralph Macchio and Babka for an episode, and that them being together and all that happening started this whole new Karate Kid stuff. That's pretty cool.
I'm telling you, man, when I sit down and I watch Cobra Kai, when I first did.
Is it good?
Dude, I was giddy. I was giddy. It was like my childhood all over again. I was like, oh my God. But it took me for a loop because they made Johnny be kind of like the good guy. And Daniel LaRusso,
was just kind of absent-minded bad guy. I heard about that.
I'm sitting here, my mind's being blown. I'm like, I can't believe I'm rooting for Johnny Lawrence right now. But it was awesome. It was awesome.
Cruel Summer.
Yes,
that's a
Bananarama.
That's a Wayback Machine. That's like what, 90s, late 90s,
80s. Bananarama sang that.
Yep. I don't remember.
Yep, AJ Bananarama. So if you could have a superpower like the Invisible Man, what
It
would
would be
you have?
horrible.
If you had a choice between flying, being invisible,
So let me ask this:
super strength,
Can I pick somebody to be like, or do I have to pick a specific superpower?
ah, mm.
So can I be Wolverine? Can I be Superman? Or
Well,
can I?
you can
Or
be
do you
Wolverine.
or just
Be regenerative because he's got regenerative properties.
well? Then the answer is Superman.
Is he the best?
I think so.
Would you consider him? Would anybody here please consider Superman a true superhero compared to someone like Batman?
So
He has all these superpowers. Batman
where
is
does he
not.
get all these
Not
wonderful
have a superpower.
toys?
Exactly. He's not.
He's got money, is what he's got.
Ma, I'm with you. I'd fly.
I don't know where my. So what kind of flying though?
Who's
Did I?
better? Who's better though, Batman or Superman? Superman has
Superman.
all these. Batman doesn't. He's a regular human.
Superman can beat anybody on the moon.
No.
Batman can't. He's got to have a special suit for that.
He's a human. That's why he's awesome.
But if he's on Krypton, he has no power. So what's the difference?
And there's no weakness.
And Batman would have superpowers on Krypton. I don't know. It's hard to decide because you have the Marvel side, you have the DC side. Superman's always been my favorite. Just naturally, it's always my favorite. And I think there's a difference between a superhero that's like Batman versus Iron Man, who's is toy driven versus natural ability driven, you know. But I mean, they made at the beginning. They made Superman so powerful it took like 3 years before they figured out a way to hurt him.
He's totally powerful. I think the only super villain that can stop him is Thanos. I think that's the only.
Yeah. I think Captain America is would be really cool. Except, I mean, all he has is longevity. I mean, he's really strong, really powerful, but I don't know.
Jamie and Melissa, shut your mouths. Batman is the best ever.
No.
Shut your mouth too.
Which Batman though? Which is the best Batman? There we go. Ready?
Michael Keaton, hands down.
Yes. Okay. Thank you. If you would have said anything else, I'd have been mad. But I am a fan. I am a fan of the one with the movie Dark Knight movie that had
Christian Bale.
Yeah, I liked because I love that movie. I mean, I think what's his name? The guy who played the Joker in that movie, Heath Ledger.
Yes.
Great, amazing.
Yes.
I think that Joker and Lex Luthor are the best super villains of all time. I don't think there's anybody except for Thanos. But you know what? Why couldn't Thanos just say twice as much food? Val Kilmer sucked. No. I'm gonna say no.
I don't think Val Kilmer was as bad as George Clooney.
Agreed.
I hated George Clooney as Batman, dude. Hated him.
At the end of the day, the greatest Batman is
Ben Affleck is last.
No, I think I like Ben Affleck. Believe it or not, I thought he didn't make it about him. He made it about Batman, which I was afraid he was going to get in there and make it about him. I think he did better than George Clooney for sure. But realistically, the best that he's the. But Adam West, man, Adam West, you can't.
I was just about to say he was the funniest Batman.
I don't know. It's hard to. It's a totally different look. You know, the blue versus black. It's a totally different TV show, comedy versus dark.
Well, are you guys throwback people, or are you the future liking? Kind of like the blue Batman. I'm a fan of.
You mean the TV show Batman?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you guys like throwbacks? Or do you like?
I think it depends. I mean, because the throwback, the earliest Superman sucked. You know,
Steve Levins. Hello,
dude,
sir.
I saw this thing. Let me read you this. Levins will answer that.
I remember Steve Levins.
Val was the best Bruce Wayne. That's a very valid argument.
What's that?
Val Kilmer was the best Bruce Wayne. I can kind of get behind that. I can.
Keaton's suit had nipples. I got nipples, Greg. Can you milk me?
I saw this. I'm gonna read this to you. Right, this is a meme. It says, "I want to see a comic about the CIA trying to murder Clark Kent and making it look like an accident, not because they know he's Superman, but because he's a really good journalist. Make it a comedy because the CIA assassins can't figure out why their attempts keep failing."
Out of control.
That was great. But I will say that again, Superman is my favorite. So for me, the best Superman has to be Christopher Reeves because of me being a kid and that being what was popular at the time. That's why I'm a Michael Keaton fan, because I was a kid and that's when it came out, 89, so it's a big deal. But
some things you just can't replace.
no.
Christopher Reeves as Superman, you can't replace him. Michael
But
Keaton
the guy who's doing it, the British guy who's doing it now with that did it with Batman versus Superman, he was good too. He's a really good Superman.
Fish in the 90s, you can't replace him. Just things you just can't replace.
Bounce around the room. Downtown. Bounce around the room.
Nothing's better than Divided Sky. Just chilling, listening, Divided Sky.
So I remember when you introduced me to Fish, you loaned me the Junta album, the CD, and I burned it. And then I gave it yours back to you. And I probably listened to that thing 30 times. It was just so good. Yep. And then recently I thought about it again and I went and listened to You Enjoy Myself and then the entire album while I was driving. And I'm like, this is so crazy.
Yeah.
It was intense. Like, it was amazing what they came up with. And I have introduced so many people to Fish. It's great.
It's just amazing how music can just bring you back.
Oh, yeah.
Bring you back to a certain area in a place.
It's because it was a sense. A smell. Yes.
Yeah.
Or what's even crazier is like you'll see that meme on Facebook that'll say, or somewhere that'll show you like a dodgeball, and it'll say, "I can hear this thing hitting me in the face." Like, you can hear that ding. Yeah, and it's kind of, it's had a very distinct. Daredevil. I haven't seen that. But I love X-Men. X-Men's a really good series, and I think it gets pooped on a lot. I think to me is better than the Marvel. But Captain Marvel, actual Captain Marvel, that's a really cool superpower too.
Who plays that? The Rock?
No, the girl. In the original comic, it was a guy, but then they made it a girl for the movie, and I thought it was great. But I know a lot of people didn't like it. Christina Bell is next. See, I had to be mean to her. I'm sorry. I was trying really hard not to. Anyway. So, what's funny? I want to tell you this, and we got to go. When I was a little kid, I knew somebody that was about 48 years old, and she seemed like she's 100. And I looked at a picture of your sister, and now she's 48, and she don't look 100.
No, I look older than she does.
Yeah.
She's been graced
with a great little brother. Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, listen, everybody, thank you so much for tuning in.
Yeah,
love you all.
Happy birthday to you.
That's in 2 days. We're not
going to be on here in 2 days. Tomorrow's church, and then Thursday you're going to be running around. I was drinking and driving in my car, listening to some 90s music today.
Realize I never mentally got older than 17, and I fast forward to my 80. Now I'm going to be the coolest GMA. Grandma, nice.
Yeah, I'm going to be teaching my grandkids the good music from them days. Oh, old man. Yep. Hey, also Joe Herkman, if you happen to watch this, happy birthday.
And again, for those who showed up after we gave the announcement, if you email us 04levelf at gmail.com, 04levelf at gmail.com, you can get
first 10 people get a free sticker.
One of your choice.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you live close enough to where it can be dropped off, then there you go.
Right done.
But
All right,
if y'all
guys.
Okay. Y'all have a great day, great night. Be safe. Love y'all.
Fair winds and following seas, buddy.
Yes. Talk to y'all later.
Bye.
I gotta turn it off.